The Young and the Restless spoilers next 2-week update July 8th to July 19th, 2024. Kyle Abbott stood defiantly before his parents, his declaration echoing through the room. Glissade will defeat Jabot. I'll see to it that you end up on the streets, Jack. Jack Abbott felt a mixture of anger and heartbreak. How had his son turned into someone so blinded by ambition and manipulated by Victor Newman? Jack could hardly recognize the boy he had raised. "You're a fool, Kyle," Jack said, his voice trembling with a combination of rage and sorrow. "This is exactly what Victor wants. He wants to destroy our family from the inside out, and you're playing right into his hands." But Kyle was unmoved. His resolve, fueled by Victor's manipulations, left no room for doubt or remorse. "You're just scared, Dad. Scared that I've surpassed you. But it's time for a new era. Glissade will rise, and Jabot will fall." Jack's eyes narrowed, his determination hardening. "If you think I'll let you destroy everything I've built, you're gravely mistaken. You've chosen your side, Kyle, and now you'll face the consequences." The tension in the room was palpable as Kyle stormed out, leaving Jack to grapple with the profound sense of betrayal. This was more than a business rivalry, it was a personal vendetta orchestrated by Victor to shatter the Abbott family. Victor Newman, watching from a distance, felt a smug sense of satisfaction. His plan was unfolding perfectly. He didn't need to lift a finger, the Abbotts were tearing themselves apart, just as he had envisioned. Meanwhile, Ashley and Tracy Abbott were making their plans to return to Genoa City. They couldn't sit idly by while their family crumbled. Kyle's actions were unforgivable, and they were determined to confront him and protect their family's legacy. Joining them on the flight back would be Alan, who had quickly become a significant part of Tracy's life. Back in Genoa City, Faith Newman approached her father, Nick, with a heartfelt plea. "Dad, I want you to get back together with Mom. Sharon needs you. She's sick, and she needs someone to take care of her." Nick sighed, the weight of the situation heavy on his shoulders. "Faith, I understand your concern. But love doesn't work that way. It has to come from the heart, and I can't force something that isn't there. Sharon doesn't want me there, and I have to respect that." Faith's face fell, disappointment evident in her eyes. "But Dad, it feels like you're choosing Phyllis and Summer over us. Mom needs you." Nick took Faith's hands in his voice gentle but firm. "Faith, I love you and your mom very much. But Phyllis respects me and needs me right now. I'm trying to do what's best for everyone. Sometimes, the best way to love someone is to let them go." Faith's frustration was palpable. She felt torn between her desire for a reunited family and the reality of her father's choices. As Nick continued to spend more time with Phyllis and Summer, Faith feared that her family was slipping further apart. In the midst of this turmoil, the Abbotts' private jet landed back in Genoa City. Ashley, Tracy, and Alan disembarked, ready to confront the chaos that awaited them. They knew that Kyle's betrayal was a wound that needed to be addressed, but they also understood that the real enemy was Victor Newman. Jack greeted his sisters and Alan with a mixture of relief and determination. "Thank you for coming back," he said, embracing them. "We have a lot to discuss, and we need to be united now more than ever." Ashley nodded, her expression resolute. "We can't let Kyle and Victor tear this family apart. We need to find a way to bring Kyle back to his senses and protect Jabot." Tracy, holding Alan's hand, added, "And we need to do it together. No more divisions. This family stands strong or not at all." As they strategized, the Abbotts knew that their fight was far from over. They had to outmaneuver Victor and reclaim Kyle from his destructive path. The stakes were higher than ever, and failure was not an option. Kyle, on the other hand, was emboldened by his newfound power at Glissade. He reveled in the authority and control that Victor had given him. But as he pushed forward with his plans to dismantle Jabot, he couldn't shake a nagging feeling of unease. His family's condemnation and the weight of his decisions began to gnaw at him. Back in the Newman household, Faith wrestled with her feelings toward her father. She couldn't understand why Nick couldn't just make things right with Sharon. As Nick spent more time with Phyllis and Summer, Faith's resentment grew. She missed the days when her family felt whole. But Nick was unwavering in his commitment to Phyllis. He saw in her a partner who respected him and stood by him through thick and thin. Despite Faith's disappointment, He believed he was making the best choice for his own happiness and stability.